And welcome back to Bitcoin Advisors channel. My name is Chris. I'm bringing this to you from Westlake Village, California. It is a bit of a gloomy Friday. Happy Friday. You made it through another week. It was a short one. It was quick. And definitely got a lot to cover today. I wanted to start it off with talking about this tweet I saw today. The debt ceiling was breached, or the debt ceiling bill is being passed right now. So it took the U.S. 227 years to add the first $8 trillion in debt. Now we've just added $8 trillion in the past 3 years alone, and the debt ceiling bill is being passed, which will put federal debt near $36 trillion by 2025. So at some point, you have to ask yourself this question: what is the long-term game plan here? And Jeff Booth put it nicely here. He said, in a credit system, exponentially advancing technology is deflationary. It requires exponentially increasing debt, followed by exponentially increasing manipulation of money and the abandonment of the free market as the realization emerges that the debt is already insolvent. Hashtag Bitcoin. Nice one. A little bit more on the techie side there, but let's jump into some Bitcoin price action really quick. I got it on the hourly. And yes, I do think even an hourly above this wick or below this wick very likely kind of bleeds on to some of these targets. One at 27.8, one at 26.130. So what does that mean for the rest of the market? Well, let's see where daily momentum will flip back to the upside, and that's above 27,920. So anything below there, pressure does remain on to the downside. Volatility is slightly, has expanded. So we should see expansion in the direction of the trend, which we've been talking about. Don't fight the daily downtrend. However, this can reverse pretty quick if we do just start closing dailies back above this wick at 28.5. Probably going to make our way to the top side of this triangle and see if we can contend for a higher low on the daily time frame right here. So that would be the next thing to keep an eye out for on kind of the higher term time frame perspective. Also noting on the 4-hour, you are going to have several drives of hidden bearish divergence. So it looks like lower highs all the way across the board coming back from this pivot right here. So you can see lower high, lower high, lower high. That's 3, 4, 5, and almost got us back to the bottom side of the range. What about these last two little highs? Are we coming in higher? Not quite on that last tick. So that could have already played out. But typically the way you know these triangles aren't going to work out to the upside is if you break back into the triangle and take out the prior low. So 26,745, and I do think that will bleed on to a bit more of expansion on the 4-hour volatility, and could result in a greater move to the downside. Currently, daily and 2-day momentum is currently up. We'll cross down below 26.3 today. So that's going to be a critical level, 26.3. The last low on the 2-day time frame, and if we use our fib target, if we do break that on the 2-day, that's right in line with about 25,250, the 1618 fib. So that is something to be aware of as well. And that does confirm, several drives of hidden bearish divergence as we are making lower highs, higher highs all the way through here and lower highs in the RSI. Checking in on a couple other markets here while we're here. Might as well take a look. NASDAQ up 112. So a little bit of a blow off top, getting some of these people who were short. And this is what I had suspected is, I maybe didn't talk about it yesterday, but a little bit of, get those last shorts, maybe even all the way up to here, but likely to get spit back down at some point. We are coming into that 618. So basically everybody gets short here, puts a stop loss right above the prior wick, And because there's such low volatility right now, or sorry, low breadth in the market, there's going to be a lot of volatility, and that could, really throw one little last splurt to the upside, especially if the dollar does want to take the route down. Did have, I was going to say, a fairly nice bounce today on the 4-hour time frame. And we did say this, that as long as we are making daily higher lows above this pivot, we're going to remain bullish and look for the dollar to remain strong in a low liquidity market. Gold, I'm assuming with the dollar bouncing today, maybe shaved off a little bit, but gold at 1950. So yes, getting pushed back after trying to put in a bit of a higher low. Nice rejection there. Did not even come for the test on, and you can see there how inversely these play. And also note how, gold and Bitcoin being a digital gold, these markets have been moving pretty in sync here, especially gold. So that point for the bears. Let's check out Ethereum really quick. Never violated our 1756 to the downside on a daily time frame. So looks a little bit more bullish than Bitcoin. However, this one will not hold up in a fight against Bitcoin, the dominant force here in the market. I guess you could have had it drawn out like that. And does look like a fairly good back test there. If we close the day anywhere here or higher, I did we close the 6-month on NASDAQ? Whoops. We did not close the 6-month. That's what I wanted to look at on Ethereum. Just curious. The 6-month is there. We did have June just pass us by. Maybe over the weekend I'm going to do a little bit of a macro dive as we are ticking above the prior wick high there. And let's get rid of that. And NASDAQ, I mean, absolutely bear trap, bull trap of the century. If I had to guess, I could be wrong here, and you could be wrong pretty quickly in this market, but that would be my guess on NASDAQ. S&P is looking bullish, and looks like it does want to attempt these highs right here, coming into these highs, and yeah, that's looking healthy. So maybe some of the NASDAQ spilling into the S&P and the Dow, same thing. Nice bullish reaction today, but is it going to get faded? Is it going to get faded? You do have a bit of an inverted head and shoulders right here. Measure move off something like this is going to be from the neckline, which I'll take it there. That could give us a serious run on Bitcoin, or excuse me, on Dow, which Dow has been performing well, but as they're saying, 5 stocks are basically carrying this entire market. If the dollar liquidity theory plays out this month and a bunch of money goes into bonds, I don't think it bodes well for risk assets. Could be wrong. Again, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor here, just giving you my opinion on the market. Aptos looks like it is putting in a bit of a double bottom here. I'd be looking for a run at this high at 92 cents as long as we're closing dailies. Pretty much, I would say, yeah, dailies above here. And that is coming in at, actually, I'd probably use the prior low. Yeah, or a wick below 838. Getting into some other coins here. What was another one that I heard about today that was really, was it Rune? Rune does have a pretty good setup. But to be fair, Fetch here looks like it is playing out its bit of a double bottom with the NASDAQ poking up to all fresh new highs today. I mean, all you don't want to see is momentum cross the downside below 26 cents, and this thing's going to get bearish quick. which, what do you know, is right at this pivot right here, the last higher low. If we do confirm anywhere here or higher. But again, things can flip around quickly, as if Bitcoin does flip around today, it would not bode well for most of the altcoins. Look at that target hit there. GME, that's not what we wanted. Tesla going to the moon. Breaking the range of the upside here, not quite. This is a 4-hour time frame. The daily, looks like next level up for Tesla is 235. Volatility still increasing. We're getting up there, but does look like it could have a bit more left on it. And foreign currencies are getting smashed down today. And last thing for you, silver here. Silver does whatever gold does, but more. Notice down, well, maybe not true today, 1.1%, but overall that's the sentiment on silver. Silver follows gold with more gains and, follows gold to the downside with more losses typically. And yeah, as long as we are below this green box, pressure is onto the downside. But if we get back above there, very good chance we at least run up to 27. That's it for silver. How's my Pepe doing? Is she coming down to our target? It looks like we're making our way down. Doggy coin bouncing off the bottom side of the triangle here, this massive ascending triangle. If we can get back above, not 0.9451, this one's going to look good for a run. And what does the VIX do? VIX going down, stocks go up. VIX go down, stocks go up. And we did tick below. This is interesting. And I don't watch the VIX very often, but I know, when the volatility goes down, typically stocks go up. I don't know why it's not that way in the Bitcoin market, but needless to say, traditional markets, and we are ticking below the prior. So are we on a blue sky breakout to the downside with volatility? No, not quite. We'd have to get below this level. So a lot more room. We'll have to see what the market does here over the next couple of days because NASDAQ is continuing to look bullish. So is S&P and Dow. The only thing, giving us a little bit of warning here is the dollar looking bullish and gold coming down. That's it for today, guys. I'll try and get a macro one in for the next week. But I do think, Bitcoin has really the possibility to reduce risk and to basically protect your wealth if we go into hyperinflation. Just look at any of the countries out there, Venezuela, Argentina, Turkey, Zimbabwe, right? You know what happens when it happens slowly, suddenly, and then, all of a sudden, slowly and then suddenly, right? And so when everybody's rushing for the exits, by that time, you're a little bit too late. So, learning how to trade, own Bitcoin, I think it's definitely worth the education. If you did enjoy the video, please do throw a like on the video and subscribe for some more updates. And I'll catch up with you guys next week. Have a blessed and highly favored rest of your week. Take care.